Alright, this is a triple. Still in the bedroom that is not Jeffree Star approved. There you go. The Jeffree Star and Nathan breakup. It's a biggie, so it merits a lot of videos. The question on mental health is that everyone wants to know who is the narcissist in this relationship? Who is the bigger narcissist? Can you have two narcissists in the same relationship? Now, narcissism isn't even a thing when dealing with therapy, with psychologists in a sense. At least with my therapy on myself. Seeing my psychologist, because it's grown bigger than what it should be, right? It's become normal to just say someone's a narcissist. Who's a narcissist? He's a narcissist because of this. They're not diagnosed, all right? So, from what I know, okay, let's say you have someone who's more narcissistic, overtly narcissistic, very grandiose, very selfish, no empathy, etc. You have a covert narcissist, who kind of seems like a victim, you know what I mean? There's the pity party that narcissists like, covert narcissists, when back in the day on Facebook, and probably still on Facebook, when people write about all their problems and they want people to comment on it. That's a form, that's pretty narcissistic, right? So, what's the story? Is Jeffree Star more the overt narcissist, grandiose, all omnipotent, and Nathan is a covert, or an invert narcissist, or a vulnerable narcissist? He just plays the victim and that's it, you know what I mean? You won't know. I mean, you can only take guesses, you know what I mean? They say that when you have someone who's narcissistic, the other person in the relationship is going to be codependent. There has to be kind of a yin and yang in the relationship, you know what I mean? But there's many YouTube videos to check that out. I'm not going to give any diagnosis. I'm not a therapist, okay? I am not a therapist. This is just from my experience and what I'm learning now. And I was kind of into that, always thinking who's a narcissist, who's not a narcissist. Now I'm more focused on myself. How does this person make me feel, regardless if it's a narcissist or not, right? Because that classification doesn't really have any bearing on you. If you are of sound mind, meaning that you listen to yourself, you have a high sense of self where you are, your values and what you want out of life, and you stick with them, and someone comes in and rattles that a bit, you can see clearly, as opposed to going into this kind of dysfunction where you don't see clearly of the other person. You know what I mean? The other person doesn't have a spell on you, so you see more of what the reality is, as opposed to letting your feelings or being triggered from past events bring up feelings that stop you from seeing what the situation is with this person. Does that make sense? It does to me. It took me a long time to kind of figure that out, you know what I mean? I've gone through many patterns, and they were the same patterns, and thinking I would get different results, and you don't get different results. It's just a different face on the same person. So, bringing back to the question is, who's the narcissist, who's not the narcissist? You could say that anyone who's on Facebook, on the internet, on YouTube, there's a form of narcissism. But does that mean you got narcissistic personality disorder? No, that's a whole different thing. You know what I mean? I don't even think it's an issue right now to know who's what, who's this. It doesn't really matter in the scheme of things. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. This will be the last video for today.